as the Director of Early Childhood Education at the GAN at Temple Sinai, I oversee all of the preschool activities, programs, staff, families, and events that go on all the time here. We also have a summer camp program that continues our school year program. We had been closed since spring due to COVID. We were very excited to reopen in July, and I arrive early before everybody comes, and the building was covered with terrible language and symbolism of hate. I had to put off all of my emotions because I knew in about an hour I was greeting preschool-age children and their families, parents in tears, trying to hide that from their children. This was meant to instill fear and make us uncomfortable. I had to have several meetings with our families about how we were going to make sure to continue to protect and make this a safe home away from home for their children.
There was just a lot of hate and anger in the vandalism. It wasn't just paint. First thing we did is increase security in and around our building. Even though 99.9% of police officers are really incredible people and do wonderful, important work, there's still a fear from different minorities in our community, and putting a police officer in front of a building doesn't feel welcoming to everyone. So we were scared and we debated it, but ultimately decided we needed the security. So we have security officers at our entrances, and that's whenever people are in the building now. We put in, you can see these kind of boulders in front of our different entranceways so that nobody could, God forbid somebody wanted to drive into the building, this would stop them. Every Friday night, the service begins, I say Shabbat Shalom, welcome, and I have a few announcements that I make. The bathroom's over there, please turn off your cell phones. And suddenly, one of the announcements I was asked to make was, please be aware there are 4 exits in this building. That's heartbreaking. That's not how you want to start your worship service. You want to start by bringing everyone love and happiness and kindness and a sense of calm and peace, and instead you're starting with this fear.
I'd say the parents felt a very big mix of rage and sadness. It's disturbing and it's heartbreaking and it's completely unacceptable. I think talking about anti-Semitism or hatred or exclusion in any way is a conversation every family should have. In general, I can say that I'm glad they're so proactive. I'm glad that they take measures immediately to shield children from something so disgusting and disturbing, and that they work as a team to implement changes immediately for a better outcome.
We have a lockdown drill that the staff and I know exactly what it's called, and we prepared for and trained for. The children do not know. They think it is a game that they play where they hide from me. We don't use the word lockdown with the children so as not to frighten the children.
I just remember just feeling this feeling of just depression. And I just remember driving up to the school and actually seeing it on the building. We live, small town Sarasota. It blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. I mean, this is a place where they grew up and they call their home. It was so sad having to explain the situation to my daughter at the time, who was 3, that something like this could have happened. She saw the building, she saw the splotchy paint all over the walls. I had said to her that there were naughty kids who came during the night and painted on the building. I just don't want them living in a world with hate and prejudice. I want them to live in a world that is safe and there's peace, and that's what I try to portray and implement.
I'm a rabbi, but I'm also a millennial. I'm part of this generation of Jewish Americans who grew up kind of tired hearing about anti-Semitism. And when organizations would talk about it, it was a trope that I thought, oh, just stop, you know? And it was important for us to know what was going on in the world and to care about Jews all over the world, but it never felt like something that I would have to address as a rabbi. 3 times now I've had to offer sermons on the topic of anti-Semitism because it was very relevant and present and people were asking for it. It's horrifying to think that this is not just in, you know, a single incident of hate from one person, but that our kids who are growing up today in Sarasota, most of them have experienced at least some form of anti-Semitism. This past year, we talked about having a patrol out in front of our house during Hanukkah, and should we get private security because we're the Hanukkah house in Sarasota, and it's just such a visible Jewish site. We shouldn't be there in our world. We should be at a place where people can have different views and different opinions without needing to harm or hurt. We're human, just like everyone else. We're people, just like you. It's easy to overlook anti-Semitism. I appreciate so much that you are looking into it and talking about it, because it is still here and still painful and still very dangerous.